It is the 20th of January, so it's my birthday today. Happy birthday to me. I'm 34 years old, or years young, depends how you want to say it. And I've driven an hour and a half away from my base, and I've come to a place called Puddle Forest. So I'm currently in this forest. I'm going to spend a few hours here, have a cup of tea. I've got some coffee as well, because I've been up since 5:30. I didn't sleep very well last night. It's still cold, very cold in fact. Just my breath. Yeah, just gonna go for a bimble around here for a few hours. That's around here. There's one right there in front of me, and there's another one down there. I think we're gonna take the one down, go through. Need to keep moving, it's getting cold. I've got my 3 layers on, base layer, and I made my fleece, I've got my snood on as well. Still not very warm. I keep getting dripped on by the rain. The trail's obviously well worn. Oh, yeah. I bet this is beautiful in the summer. I'll have to come back. Get some photos for the gram. I keep getting dripped on by the rain. The trail's obviously well worn. Oh, yeah. I bet this is beautiful in the summer. I'll have to come back. Oh, a little path here, see where this leads. A quick look at my map. There's a tower this way, so we're going to head this way. Not fine. I think everyone should have Monday off work. Wow. There's quite clearly, but on because there's a couple of jumps that have been constructed. There's a lot of tracks here as well. Little horseshoe prints. Yeah, lots of animals. Probably Bradway as well. Bikes, horses, you name it, it comes this way. It's called Green Hill. There's just that. Bit of murky water. Massive. We're going to head up this way. Another path through into the woods. I'm going to try and get as far into these woods as I can. I need to get around all this mud though first. So peaceful. There's nothing here. Hopefully no birds come out of the undergrowth and scare me again. Yeah, just loads of little ones all over the place. This big open expanse. No tower, unfortunately. It could mean a radio tower, to be honest. I know they camouflage them sometimes, so having them grey and a bit of an eyesore. Reminds me of Post Bridge. Very similar to Post Bridge. Huh. He's not the only people walking around. Now on the snack agenda, it's cheese. So my cousin Callum was like, I've got some Edam, do you want to eat that? And I was like, why not? And it occurred to me, having little snackets of cheese is probably the best thing to have on a hike. I'm going to keep pulling the bridle away into the woods again. Just, it's simple, small, doesn't weigh much, and it's delicious. Applewood. Brit different. Oh dear. A bit of research. It turns out these Tolpuddle martyrs were 6 agricultural labourers from the village of Tolpuddle here in Dorset, and they were arrested and tried in 1834 for swearing a secret oath as members of a friendly society. That's taking me towards traffic. We'll go this way. Led by George Lovelace, the group had formed the Friendly Society of Agricultural, I'll get the words out eventually, labourers during a labour dispute over wage cuts that reduced their income to near starvation levels. I can understand that. No one wants to starve to death, do they? Such unions were technically legal, but the British government, wary of organised labour, invoked an obscure 1979 law against unlawful oaths to bring charges. In R.V. Lovelace and others, I think that's the name of the trial, the men were convicted and sentenced to penal transportation in Australia, were pardoned in 1836 after mass protests by sympathisers and support from Lord John Russell, and returned to England between 1837 and 1839. Most of the men later emigrated to Canada. So they were punished, yeah. I guess that is martyrdom, in a sense of the word, I'd say. I don't quite know the full you're dying for what you believe in martyrdom, isn't it? Dying for a cause. Yeah, so basically 6 guys who started a union, which is what we didn't like in the 1800s. Trees fucking down. I'm about to break one of my cardinal rules of never going underneath a leaning tree or a fallen tree. Because there's not a lot propping it up. Keep pushing on. Another part of the forest I've explored. Another forest of the UK. I've shared with you all. Back and burned like this. It just reminds me of like a witch's wood. If you ever played The Witcher 3 and you go into the Crookback Bog, I think, or something like that. Yeah, it looks similar to this. That could be an ant mound, possibly. I don't know. No. I am very close to Hardy's cottage. It's just down there over that ridge. So we're gonna quick look around. Bloody hell, it's cold. He's got a monument to him. He wrote, "Under the greenwood tree and far from the maddening crowd." Can't say I've ever read it, but his cottage is right there. Owned by the National Trust now. Okay, visitor entrance. Cottage is closed. It's open 16th of March. That's a bit of a kick in the teeth, but there is a spot down this track I can go to. I only got a visitor place and a bench, so I'm going to get a brew up there. There's more lovely little cottages. Makes you think who actually lives out here in the sticks. I mean, this is proper in the sticks. Yeah, according to the OS map and the local area guide, is the course of an old Roman road. And, you know, it's said that every man thinks about the Roman Empire. But we're going to go to the picnic area down here, and we're going to get a brew on. And we're going to cook some chicken tikka with rice I've got. It's the Wayfarer's meal. I've also decided that if this one isn't that good, I'm probably going to not eat any more of them. Just because I get the feeling it's going to be very repetitive. I'm going to try something 3 times. And then if it's not good, I probably won't do it again. Callum said that even the calorific intake is really low for it. So, yeah, I don't know. If it's worth it, yeah, maybe get it. It's just a boil in the bag MRE. Like I said, you can make your own. And I will do a video on how to make your own. Oh, there's a picnic area, and it's got a bin. Oh, that's even better. There's a Roman road up there. That's where we're going to go after I've had something to eat. That's a Sea King. Sea King Jungly. Probably used by the RAF. There it is. They phased them out when I joined the Navy 16 years ago. They are very, very old. Chicken tikka and rice. Described as tender chicken breast pieces in a rich tomato and coriander sauce with long grain rice. There's only 16 grams of carbs in this per 100 grams, and that's 300 grams. So 16, 32, 40, 48 grams of carbs. Yeah. 641 kilojoules of energy, 153 kilocalories. That's per 100 grams. So yeah, it's only 300 odd calories in this. That's not a lot. Recommended for the Duke of Edinburgh. Right then. Just a quick summary of this area I'm in. Very well kept, very well looked after, very peaceful. Love it. Absolutely love it. This is a very well maintained forest. Lots of wildlife, hardly any litter. Not very well trodden, I can tell. A lot of money goes into this and not many people actually use it. It's quite evident that. Like I said, I just saw it one day and thought I'm going to come this way. But after this, it's going to be along the Roman road, and then we're going to head back to the car, I think. First things first, it smells really good. Maybe because I'm a big fan of curry, but it looks alright as well from just inside of it. Soon find out how bad it tastes. Or if good it tastes. There's big chunks of meat in it, which is always a bonus. It's bland again. There's just no flavour. Oh, there you go. That's what it looks like. There's just no flavour to it. I mean, I know it's curry. I know it is. I can smell, but there's no. It tastes like I'm eating warm mush. That is generally what it tastes like I'm eating. That's very disappointing. The rice is all stuck together. I know it's not perfect, but there's the only redeeming factor with this is there's big chunks of chicken in it. That's it. There's no flavour. There's no. It tastes slimy. I know slimy is not a taste; it's a texture, but it's just slimy. Yeah. From the 3 I've tried, the chicken tikka and rice is probably the worst one. Flavour to it. Again, bland. I can see it's food, and my body is telling me, eat it, you're hungry. But for the fact, value for money, it's just not worth it. Don't get these ones. Avoid Wayfarer. I'm going to say it now. Just avoid them. They're not good. If you're going to do D&V and you want your kids to be miserable, give them this. All right, that's all I'm going to say. I'd rather, again, going back to a story, I'd rather have the old corned beef hash MRE we used to get, and that was horrific. But at least it tasted of pepper, and that was it. This doesn't even taste of that. There's no spices. There's no coriander. It doesn't taste of coriander. It tastes of nothing, and that's the problem. More. I had high hopes for that, but yeah, once again let me down. So final verdict: Wayfarers, the 3 I've tried, the pasta bolognese, the beans and sausage breakfast, and now the chicken tikka and rice, they're not good. I'm going to try some more. There's dehydrated ones, where you obviously just boil the water and pour it in. I think they're going to be the next one to try, or I might get a couple from offline. But this is all my opinions. If you like these Wayfarer meals, by all means get them, but my opinion is, don't. Value for money wise, yeah, they are good value for money, but yeah. This is the kind of meal I give to someone if I really don't like them. And that's my opinion. On the upside, feeling a coffee, and those brew bags from Taylor's are absolutely perfect. I have got a massive pile of them at home, I just didn't bring them with me, so I'll take some more. It's the picnic area. Massive redwoods. Oh shit. God. This is the route of the Roman road. Probably a lot wider. Probably less trees as well when the Romans came through. Maybe more. But they didn't like to have trees. What they used to do is clear the roadway and then put drainage ditches either side, and they didn't like trees because bandits had hide in the trees and ambush traders, travellers, other sorts of people walking on them. Like having trees. Unless you're in the Teutoburg forest and then your name's Quintilius Varus and you get absolutely slaughtered by your German mate called Arminius. I listened to Dan Snow's history hit about it. So that's so fresh in my memory. Let's make our way back to the car now. Got another 2 miles to go, and then we're going to head back to the base. This is the path of the Roman road. Yeah, it's not much of, you know. That thing scared me this time. I was in a little world, and then just bang, white horse. I always get spooked by something on some of these walks. Ooh, a little bit of a steep hill. So, just a bit of history on the Roman road behind me. Obviously goes on about the invasion in AD 43. It says here, it might have been a show road that displayed Roman power and ingenuity. As it climbed the hill where Thorncombe Wood is, now it and any army units marching along would have clearly been visible from the well-populated area around Dorchester. The same effect would have been gained just to the east, where the road runs along a prominent ridge that overlooks the Frome Valley. Not only should this road be valued as a well-preserved example, but the likelihood that it used to intimidate the local populace helps us understand how the Roman army imposed itself on these people. Oh, amazing. So they literally built a road and went, look what we've done. Where's your road, peasants? And obviously all the ancient Britons, the Celts, were like, oh, we haven't got a road. I often forget how much history the UK actually has, and the fact that I am walking on something that's from AD 43. Yes. Oh, that breeze is cold. Just imagine, if you will, you're an ancient Celt in your little mud hut. You're a farmer by trade. Rome's invaded. You've been subjugated. And as you look up, what you're walking along this road, you hear the thud, the clatter of iron hobnailed boots on stone, the jangling of the armour, and you just look up and see the standard of the Roman legion coming towards you on its way to Dorchester to either reinforce or relieve the garrison. You know two things: one, Rome's here to stay, and two, there is no point in rebellion, because you can't beat them. They fight too well. The Roman army is, at this point, a methodical killing machine in the ancient world. They weren't individual warriors from a tribe that fought for their honour and glory. They fought as a cohesive unit, each cohort, and then each H-man squad fought for each other. The Contubernium. Contubernium? Yeah, Contubernium, that's the word. They fought as an 8-man squad. Obviously that was a bigger part of the cohort, which then was part of the Legion overall. And you are just a little Celt farmer, kind of looking around going, my life's never going to be the same. And as well, that when the Romans finally conquered Gaul, modern day France, they kind of stopped at the thing and saw the White Cliffs of Dover and were like, what's that place? They knew it existed because they've had traders come over there. Traders, Gaulish, Celt traders used to come over to Gaul and trade, but they didn't quite know what England was or Britain was at the time. They just saw it as a land covered in mist, cloud and legend and myth. One thing I do like, the more I read about it, the more it makes a lot more sense, is the armour the Romans wore, the segmented iron armour, wasn't actually completely universal. It was very difficult to make, it was very expensive to make, and it was very difficult to maintain out in the field. So what they usually do is, they usually see a lot of Roman soldiers have a chainmail issued to them. I can't remember what the actual name of that is, but that was the ringed chainmail over a padded leather jerkin, and that used to work pretty well. So that's what 90% of the legionaries would actually wear. Probably bring Willow back too. She'd love it, especially in the summer. In the summer I can probably assume it's really, really warm. The ground is very caked hard and probably possibly a touch unforgiving. Well, as birthday goes, been an alright one. It's always a very unique smell when walking past redwoods. I have no idea where I am now. I've got no phone signal. And I've done 4 miles so far. I keep just absolutely astounded by the size of the trees. It's like I'm in Jurassic Park or something similar. A prehistoric landscape, obviously. Without the path, if you're looking to the left and the right. I think when I get to the top here, I've got to hook to the right, and that'll get me closer to the car. Because this is the crossroads I came to earlier on, roughly. There's 4 miles. Oh, there's a hill. It's well worn, don't get me wrong, there's bike tracks, there's footprints, so people have come through here. You just get a little bit of foreboding because it closes in on you and you're no more than 10 metres away from the main path. But there we go, there's the bed that scared me. I knew it was going to be somewhere. I probably scared it as well. There's going to be another path straight ahead, and then we're going to keep going up. We need to go up, 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 past some swallow holes. We're going up Green Hill right now. Yeah, should be alright. And then we'll be closer to the car. Oh, after that walk yesterday with Callum, my legs are still in bits and so are my knees. Oh, I can really tell the age is coming in now. I will say, if you don't have a map in this place, you might end up a little bit lost. Another hill, let's keep going. One of the downsides is going up these bike tracks is something that's happened to me at Plimbridge before. Is I've gone up one thinking, oh, it's a shortcut. and mountain bikers have come hurtling down it, and I've just been like that, oh poop. And it has been a very oh poop kind of mode, kind of a moment. To these on the OS map, and they're called swallow holes. I had no idea what one is, I just googled it then, finally got some phone signal. Turns out it's a sinkhole, because there's groundwater running underneath, and it's obviously just eroded it away and caused it to sink down. So, best practice to stay out with them from what I've heard. There's a little squirrel's feeding table there, all the empty pine nuts. Let's keep going. My cousin reminded me is, I've got OS maps on my phone, is if your GPS is playing up, obviously you haven't got any internet, thankfully there's loads around here, you can't actually accurately give yourself a position. And also, a paper map doesn't run out of battery, does it? Sorry about the closeness there. Yeah, I'm getting near the road, I can hear it. It's me, back at the car. That's 5 miles done. It has been an absolutely wonderful walk. It's been nice, it's relaxing. I've explored this place. I've instantly fell in love with this place. Definitely a place I'll try and get back to again. Puddletown Copse it's called. Don't put that into Google. Try Toll Puddle and then just literally follow the road, and it'll take out of Toll Puddle and through it, and it'll take you to this little place, and there's a further parking space down the road. All run by the Forestry Commission, so yeah, by all means, fill your boots, get there. If you've got bikes, bring them. If you're into that sort of thing, just be careful. Hardy's Cottage is open in March, so sorry I couldn't show you that, but I think we're 2 months too early. The amount of nature and serenity in that place is absolutely incredible. But I am tired and I'm hungry, so I'm off to go get something to eat. I don't know what I want, but it's probably going to be a birthday burger or something like that. Alright, don't forget to click subscribe so you get updates on our videos. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where we post all the photos of this, and don't forget to follow us on Threads as well. Alright, see you next time.